Pentecost, we are having a testimony each week through May, given by a person from the congregation about how they see resurrection in their own lives. This week, we invite Calli Conway to give our resurrection moment.
Let me know if everybody can't hear me. Mental illness not only affects the person suffering from it, but it also affects everyone in their life. It affects the people who love them and support them with all their daily struggles, dealing with their emotional roller coaster they have no control of. My older brother Damon was bipolar. He was stubborn and refused to take medication when he was 18 and old enough to say, "I don't need it." I was never aware of his condition or its severity. My parents got divorced when I was 13. I lived with my aunt and uncle for 6 months. My brother lived with a different aunt and uncle until he graduated from high school. Would things have been different if I knew? Would our relationship have been different? Would he have turned to me for help during the darkest moments of his life? There are so many unanswered questions that I have for him, but I realized that I also had some for myself. I was angry at him, but I had never I'd never been lost in the dark whirlpool without the inner strength to see the light. I started suffering depression when I was a teenager. I was going to college and commuting from home. I had a brief moment when I was feeling like it was hopeless. I thought, no one will miss me. No one will care if I'm gone. At that very moment, I saw my brother and knew I was wrong. I told him, "You are wrong. We do miss you. We do care." I took for granted that he would always be there. We missed the chance to become more than siblings, but friends for life. I will always wonder, what if I had been a different sister to him? But I don't blame myself anymore for the decision that he made. My older sister is also struggling with bipolar, but she is winning the fight now. There were many times when we were scared that she would give up this fight because it was so hard and painful for her on a daily basis. She has learned the coping skills and now is able to realize when she needs help. I'm very proud of her inner strength and the ability to keep fighting and winning the battle every day. People don't realize the effects or have a hard time understanding unless they have had a loved one suffering with mental illness. Now that I'm a parent, I have a very hard time imagining the pain of losing a child. It's probably the worst fear I have. What happens when a child suffers from mental illness, emotional issues, or behavioral problems? I can't imagine how hard it must be to not be able to control your emotions and how they react to them. It's hard enough for adults to deal with emotions or mental illnesses. The child is scared because when they're sad and they don't know why, the next moment they're on cloud 9 and angry the next moment. These emotions can change quickly and they aren't able to control their emotions because of these chemical imbalances they were born with. How does this child learn the coping skills to survive the lifelong fight against any of these on a daily basis? How do their parents learn how to deal with their child's emotional roller coaster? Parents are supposed to be able to protect their child from themselves, but also protect the people that love them from that child. Parents can change occupations, but a good parent will never give up fighting for their child. Parents need to learn what works for their child because each is an individual. Parenting a child with mental, behavioral, and emotional issues is a daily battle for them too. It's mentally and emotionally exhausting and all your hard work for your child isn't appreciated by them when they are young. I never really understood what unconditional love was until I became a parent. Where does this feeling come from? I've survived many of the obstacles given to me. I'm thankful for the unconditional pure love that I'm blessed with. Every day is a resurrection for the child's parents. Every moment your child is happy is the fuel that continues to feed your soul. And it reminds you that you are the only person that can never stop fighting for your child. I'm not in denial, and I will continue to pray for the inner strength that is needed not only for me, but for my family, for my child. Without hardships, there wouldn't be compassion. Without compassion, there wouldn't be forgiveness. Without forgiveness, there wouldn't be unconditional love for yourself. Without unconditional love for yourself, you wouldn't be able to love unconditionally. Without conditional love for others, there wouldn't be the light that feeds your soul. Parents are blessed every day they have with their children, even if there are bad days because of mental illness. Good parents don't know how to give up teaching their children that no one is perfect and how to learn themselves unconditionally. Every moment my child who suffers from mental illness is happy is my resurrection. It's my light that leads me forward to learn how to forgive myself for my mistakes and help my children to learn how to forgive themselves. And there is a light at the end of the dark whirlpool of emotions they can't control. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Parents' Day. Every day of our lives. Amen.